I have forgotten something, ladies and gentlemen, before I start. Okay, let's hope it's not going to be one of those streams. Alright, there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You can call me Kairos. You can call me Fives, but I am Kairos Fives. And got a stream planned for you guys today. We're going back to Rue Valley. We've got some of the new content to play, some dreams to solve, and we have to prove to someone that we are actually stuck in a time loop. But before we get to that, anything cool that's happened game-wise to me or in real life? Not really, if I'm being perfectly honest. Found an old recipe I had for okonomiyaki, Japanese pancakes. It's a bastardized version, but made that for me and my partner, and she absolutely loved it. And game-wise, don't really have anything else to say, except, oh god, streaming 6 days in a row is a little bit tougher than I would like to admit. But that's about it. Unfortunately, if you stream every day, not much happens in between the days for you to talk about. Oh, and I suppose the other thing is, some of the VODs, a bit delayed to get up on YouTube. My apologies for that. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have some time to sort it out. Got a few shorts planned for my Hades vid, and what else is there? No, that's about it. Oh, and also, it's been interesting doing the streams at 5 o'clock. Let's just say it's an awkward time where if I have anything last minute to do, last minute is now 4 o'clock, and, you know, it's not late enough that I'm starting to fall asleep. But either which way, that's just me having a slight whinge. Or, not really a whinge, just an observation. But I don't think you're here for me to yap on too much. I think you're here to watch me play video games. And so let's do it. That being said, would have been better to have preloaded Rue Valley. What else is there? Oh wait, I need to I have some ideas for the overlay. But if we do that, everything should be working A-okay, and Alt Dream 3, we should be good to load. Oh, wait, I don't think I need to load. Just continue. And I think we're going to throw a few loops. Because right now, what I'm thinking of doing is... Where's the mind? There's the mind. Search everywhere for Frank, a night out. Or can you prove that you are in a loop? I want to do that, but let's see. A night out, hold to commit. Dr. Fink made you see the blueprint of your own cage, a preemptive retreat. You predict failure, and then its phantom destroys real chances. You should talk with him about this. And that's right, we had the story of us dancing at a girl in a nightclub, and we could have pursued something, but we didn't. Okay. So with that in mind, what else am I going to do? We've got the Cycle of Doubt. So... do I have any more? I don't have any more willpower, huh? Well, there's not really much to do this loop then. So let's go to Kuiper Belt. I think we'll just play some video games on the arcade. Go on silent and ignore, because it's just going to be Percy Rucker. Oh, she finishes and she ends. We play the game to kill time until the loop ends. Press start. The world outside shrinks and fades. All that matters now is this glowing box of simulated descent. You pull your hands off the controls. Your reflection lingers in the glass, like it's still playing. I wonder if we ever get to the high school. There it is, the good old fire in the sky. Close your eyes.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
The doctor peels the wire for it. Wait. Can you prove that you're in a time... Oh, it opens up all the news... Okay. As if removing delicate metallic parasite, allowing two great hairy caterpillars to stir and observe the room. Yes, and I have a question. Of course, Mr. Harrow. Feel free to ask anything. Wait. Let me move my microphone, get that sorted. Sorry for any noises. I've realized something important, and I need to share it with you. It'll be quick, I promise. Well, if it's important and brief, I see no reason not to hear it. Please, go on. Dr. Fink, I realized I have a problem with self-doubt. His face grows serious, and his eyes lock onto you. Thank you for your openness, Mr. Harrow. That's a huge step, especially so early, right after our first session. Tell me, please, how exactly does this problem show up in your life? Let's see. I don't even try to do the things I want. I just assume I'll fail. I tend to come up with excuses to not even start something I like to. I'm overly pessimistic in how I approach life, and anything I could do in it. I see. When we're trying to work on a problem such as this, the first step is admitting to ourselves that lack of action is a hindrance, not a benefit. So tell me, what benefit has this inactivity brought you, up until the moment you realized it's not helping you anymore? It was often easier not to try. Right. Let's try to put this into a sequence, shall we? First, you feel self-doubt, which is natural. We all feel it sometimes, especially when we're facing something that asks for our involvement with an uncertain outcome. Then, right after, comes a wave of pessimism. It acts like a guard dog, warning you about possible disappointment and shame if you fail. Notice how this protection is aimed entirely at avoiding the possibility of being wrong, not at all allowing for the possibility that things might actually turn out alright. That has to be I just like to call it how I see it. Life's crap. Always. We all go through bad, even ugly times in our lives, Mr. Harrow. Especially as we grow up and discover more and more of the world's darker corners. But holding on to the idea that things can turn out alright isn't delusional, nor a coping mechanism. It's a vital part of hope, and life without hope is, quite frankly, miserable. He nods, as if acknowledging his own words before continuing. Back to your sequence. Pessimism leads to inactivity. You avoid exposing yourself, avoid the risk of failure, and in doing so, you keep your inner balance intact, but you stay stuck in the same time and place. And it gets worse. Every time you don't try, and thus don't fail, you conclude it was the right thing to do. Thus, you keep reinforcing your self-doubt, instead of weakening it, which makes any future attempt even less appealing. You've already taken the first step, which is great, even though there's a lot of work awaiting you before your outlook truly changes. This first step is often the most difficult one. From here on, it will get easier, slowly but steadily. Trust me. Like to have your optimism, Dr. Fink. A smile appears on his face, a rare crack in the otherwise deadly serious professional facade. Willpower gained, let's fail. And I'll gladly offer you all the support I can to help that optimism grow in the sessions ahead. Judging by what you've said already, I would say the seed is there. He glances at the clock, as always.
All right then. That's it for today. You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay. Cycle of doubt. May you see the blueprint of your own cage and preemptive retreat. You predict failure, then its phantom destroys the real chances. If only therapy worked as well as you have a dream, you talk to someone, and then you focus on it and talk again. Well, I guess sometimes those chats do help plant the seeds anyway. But definitely speedrunning therapy in this game. Okay. So, can you prove you're in a time loop? Let's see if we can. Alright. You're still hung up on that time loop confession and the way she reacted to it, aren't you? Indecisive. Maybe. She is the only one here who has given any thought to your demise. Not like... Why is Percy here? Not like Dr. Fink. Not like any one of them. So, the one person who actually bothered to listen to you. Riely's the only one who might believe you about the time loop, if you could just find a way to prove it to her. How would I even prove something like that? Let's consider. Maybe I could show her Frank's phone? That would only make things more complicated. How are you supposed to explain having his phone when she doesn't even know you? And you can't exactly prove you and Frank ever met. Maybe I can show that I know stuff, things only she was supposed to know. That's gonna be real tough. You've only got 47 minutes, and she's always on the move. How do you get someone to open up with a clock ticking like that? Maybe I could speak her words before they even leave her lips? Wow, creepy much? Hard to tell if she's going to bolt or just deck you. Let's face it, she packs a punch. That's all well and good, but you'll need some kind of actual proof. Something you can show her that makes sense in her world. She did suggest you try and figure out everything happening in the loop, so why not just do that? Sure, I could map out what her facts are, specifically how those 47 minutes actually unfold. So do it. Track some key details and lay them out for her, minus the stalker vibes. So should I prepare a presentation for her? That would give PowerPoint a whole new meaning, but no. How about something more low-key, like plain old paper lined with key details and events? Let's see, 4 events? I don't know, I feel like perhaps I can record 3 remarkable moments? 3 should do just fine, to make a point. So you need 3 events from within these 47 minutes, and then log each one with its timestamp. And then what? You give it to her? When? At the start of the loop. So essentially, the moment you step out of the office, you gather 3 events, write them down, and hand them to Riely at the start of the loop. Sounds like a plan. Then, at the end of the loop, we meet, we go through the list together, and poof, prove the proof. Now, which moments would qualify as important or telling? Not the great... Oh, wait. When water from the vending machine splashed her? I'm not too sure about... I don't remember that. When she got sprayed at the gas station. Yeah, that one's impossible to ignore. Alright, that's one ticked off. 2 more to go. When water from the vending machine splashed her. I'm surprised we're not mentioning the bolt of lightning. Heh, nothing screams fun like reliving that gem. That's 2 down, you need just 1 more. When she stepped into a puddle at the graveyard. That one was practically a masterclass in discomfort. That's it, you've got them all. Now comes the fun part. All that's left is to wait for the loop to kick off. Okay then. So...
Give me my coffee, you jerk! Hi, yes, Coral Destiny Antenna, Rue Valley Motel.
Is there anything? Let's just skip. I'm in a hurry, sorry. First she seems to ignore you.
Hey, listen,
After
I have to go now.
says,
Hey, listen, I have to go now. So let's yeah, we'll have to manage without it today. I know, sorry. Bye. Oh, hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
I'd like to get into my room.
All right then, let's get you. So number 6, the last one on.
Okay, key card. I don't think there's much that we can do.
All right.
So we've already done. I hope you don't mind me just skipping through that. It's nothing we haven't seen before. Should I put Frank's phone on charge? Probably should. Unlock the door. Find the charger for the phone again. There we go. Close. We can grab it later. So what do I want to do in the meantime? Actually, can I skip time to see Riely get sprayed? Because they probably added that as new content. Either that or I just never paid attention.
Spit it out already.
Let's see. Sit. Place your butt and let gravity do the rest. Get up. Okay, there's not much we can do then. Huh. Oh. Have I never clicked on the sign? The sign is hard to miss, even from a distance. As you approached the motel, you felt like a moth being lured in by a flame. If only you had known what this place had in store, you'd have stepped on the gas and never looked back. Never looking back, just driving into the sunset and night. Driving straight back to all the problems and messes you've been dodging. Back to square one. Let's be honest. I do love the sarcasm they add, and...
I'll break you open if I have to.
Well, we're just waiting for the loop to reset, so... What can I do? Actually, let's play some games. Hyper-casual protagonists. Until the woman at the vending machine leaves. Let's push some more. Okay, there's the spray of water. I see. Close. Go figure. Alright. To Kuiper Belt. If we're gonna waste time or loops, we might as well do it with some of the side activities. Sure, let's answer the phone. Let's see if there's anything here. I doubt it.
Hello, sir.
Speaking.
My name is Percy Rugger,
I have a question for you.
but of course, Mr.
Sorry, I
Harrow.
need to hop onto another call. I still don't know what's the deal with the cameras, honestly. Can I play on the piano? Leave all. Well, let's have a read of the book. The familiar cover brings a smile to your face, not because of the seductive smile of the protagonist, but because of the unknown adventures still awaiting you in the book. Take the book. And wait, kill some time with this book. Until the loop ends. Again, distraction from the real world by one without time loops, anxieties, or psychotherapies. As the half-decently written words carry you through the story, your internal clock nudges you back to reality. That's enough for now. Yep, there it is again, right on time. Close your eyes.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Can I borrow some paper and a pen for a sec?
That's an unusual request. May I ask what you need it for?
Actually, it's a dream I'm not ready to discuss yet, but I need to get it down before I forget.
Understood. Here you go.
Time to map out Riely's evening, event by event. The vending machine splashes her before she leaves. That's the first one. Note the time, too.
Writing these things down is wise. People overestimate how much detail they'll remember.
Offer a polite smile.
That goes hand in hand with our tendency to fill the gaps in memory with invented details and false events.
Oh. Right. Shift focus from him to the second event on tonight's list. Gas nozzle sprays her at max gas. Correct. The machines really are out to get her tonight. It's as if she's starring in a B-grade horror flick.
Just to remind you, if any questions arise, jot them down or ask when you finish. We can revisit them tomorrow.
Nod several times. One event left. Riely steps into the puddle at the graveyard entrance. A fitting finale to 47 minutes soaked in bad coffee, gasoline, and rain.
Of course. If all is clear, we might as well wrap it up here and continue our talk tomorrow.
Absolutely. Leave the room.
See you tomorrow, then.
Continue.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
No, don't do the combo. She needs to get splashed by the water. Outside, the scene is all too familiar. Time to start tonight's show, and, with luck, change Riely's world. At least for one loop. Sorry to butt in. I know you haven't had coffee all day, but punching that machine won't help. She stops pummeling the vending machine and turns, surprise mixing with confusion and a flicker of curiosity.
I'm sorry. Who are you again? Have we met?
Yes and no. It's complicated. Stop with the unnecessary introductions and focus on the meat of the story. We're stuck in a time loop. Me, you, everyone we've talked about, and... Wait. Sorry, let me rephrase that. We're stuck in a time loop. Me, you, everyone. We've talked about it before, but you never remember. Her gaze feels like a scanner searching for a punchline or a pickup line. You forgot because everything resets. Everyone except me.
Well, that would explain a few of the things you're saying. But a time loop? Really?
You once brainstormed what might be causing it.
Sounds like me. Always looking for answers. Even crazy ones. Especially crazy ones.
You asked me for proof. Voila, here it is. Hand her the folded up note. She hesitates, half intrigued, half baffled, but finally embraces the offer. Open it exactly 40 minutes from now. Read it, and it will make sense.
Alright. 40 minutes on the dot. Wait. How will I reach you once I read it?
Just keep the paper safe. I'll take care of the rest.
Okay. Talk to you in 40 minutes.
Continue. Your part is done. All that's left is to wait for her at the graveyard. You hear Riley's engine getting closer. Just keep cool.
For fuck's sake. Is there any part of me that won't get soaked today?
This is the last time. I promise. She turns around you, surprised at first, then narrowing her eyes as suspicion creeps in.
You again? What, have you been following me around or something?
No. I'm just here to remind you about the paper I gave you.
Oh, that. I totally forgot. Hold on, it's here somewhere.
She starts patting down her pockets, eyes never leaving you. Understandable. It's nighttime, and you're both standing at the entrance to a graveyard. Not exactly the most comfortable place to chat. Oh, hey, Tetra, yes, I'm still alive. Not the most comfortable place to chat with a complete stranger. I hope... So, rewind. Before I keep on going, we're kind of going through a story bit now. So I actually reloaded a previous save because they added new content. And so what happens is, before we go searching for Frank, we have a bit of a mental breakdown in front of Riely, the lady who's pummeling the vending machine. And you know what? She actually believes it's possible we're stuck in a time loop. So what we did was we took a piece of paper, we wrote down events that would happen to her. Yes, the vending machine woman. And so we said, your shirt's going to get soaked, you're going to get soaked by gasoline, and you're going to step into a puddle in the graveyard. And she's just about to open the piece of paper. So, yeah, and that's where we are. And I hope she didn't lose it in the process. Now that would be a punchline for the ages. You go through all the trouble of finding undeniable proof and getting to her at the exact right moment, only for her to misplace it like a receipt.
Here it is. Let me just read it real quick. I swear, if this turns out to be some kind of prank camera thing, I'm really not in the mood.
She starts reading, at first casually, almost dismissively, but slowly it pulls her in, enough to make her forget to keep an eye on you.
Finally, you step into a puddle as you get off your bike at the graveyard. Time 2043. That's either a string of lucky guesses, or you're seriously onto something here.
Well, you mentioned proof once before in another loop, so I made some. She looks at the paper, then at you, then back again, like she's weighing the truth in her hands, measuring the weight of the evidence.
Okay, let's say that this is enough proof. And I believe your idea that we're in a time loop. What now?
Honestly, I hadn't thought about it.
Sometimes we focus so much on proving something that we forget why we do it. Again, let's say I believe you. The question still stands. What now?
Nothing can be done. I see you typing, Tetra. I'm just gonna keep on reading. We can try to figure out why it's happening.
In a couple of minutes? If you haven't figured it out by now, I doubt we'll make any progress. Funny, though. I mean, if you're right, That means I never actually leave Rue Valley.
You're leaving?
Yeah. Time to start over. Somewhere as far from here as possible.
Okay. Oh, your scalp. I was meaning to ask you about that. I'm glad went to the hospital and they helped you out. I'm glad. And you can okay, no, I'm glad that you can finally sleep. I'm glad they sorted you out, mate. Getting back to the game. And once I'm done with this, I'll talk to you more.
It wasn't easy, reaching that point and acting on it. Believe me. This place holds so many memories.
Silence settles between you. Not the comfortable kind, but the kind that hollows out a conversation, like air leaving a balloon, one memory at a time. So, okay, so, so, if you don't mind me asking, did you need to be hospitalized, or were they able to sort you out before then? But I am glad now that you're on the mend, and that just gave you antibiotics. Fair enough. Must have been bad, though, if you had a medical shampoo. Okay. Well, at the very least, I'm glad you're able to sleep well now. Because just to be Captain Obvious, everyone knows if you don't sleep, you go crazy. So I'm glad that that's sorted out, man. So yeah. So, just decided to leave. So where is Riely going now?
Haven't figured it out yet. I got some friends in Gray City. I'm gonna start there and see what life has on the menu next. Still, it just kinda hit me. I'm really gonna miss this place. Not everything, of course. Just the small things. The ones you don't even notice until they're gone. Until they leave this quiet ache behind.
Like what?
Let's start with the motel. Where we met? Well, first off, that vending machine. Believe it or not, it kind of grew on me. Even if it acts up now and then. It's part of the charm. And the motel's not complete without Robin. I've known her since she was just a kid. Always running around with that huge grin, buzzing with the energy of a protostar.
The machine stayed the same, unlike the locks on the doors. Yeah, looks like she hasn't changed much. Enthusiasm and all.
Don't get me started on those locks. Or Robin's endless talk about them. I mean, I get it, but her positivity can be... a lot, sometimes.
Amen to that.
Still, I know I'll miss it. I'll miss her and those damn locks.
Yeah, no, we're reminiscing about Robin, so Riley's talking about the things she'll miss. So she'll miss the vending machine, she'll miss Robin and the positivity, and how Robin talks about those damn locks.
And there's Ben, too. And he's been a father figure to me. He was there during the hardest times, along with my brother.
Wait, didn't you know that, yeah, Riely and Robin know each other? In fact, what was it? Frank... Yes, no, did you... Wait, have you missed some of the Robin stuff before Tetra? Like, apparently Robin was, she got accepted to, I can't remember which university, but she rejected it. Her mother actually decided to pay some money down for the motel, so that way the motel can keep on going and she's kind of washed her hands clean. I will go... Never mind, I will not. So, yeah. And what was it? Frank and Riely. I think Robin... Was it Robin's parents, or was it the Kays that raised them? I think it was Robin's parents. And I don't know if this was in the silence section, but there was even the camera about the family stuff. So Anita's wedding, Anita and Ben, and even Robin's birth as well. So there's a lot of Robin stuff that did happen. Not too sure if you saw. No, I think I did voice the Robin stuff. Or if I did, I really hope it wasn't in the silence one, because that was A lot of talking. So much talking. But getting back here. So Ben, Robin's father, who seems to not be doing so well.
The one and only. When my brother and I were left on our own, we needed a home. And something as close to a family as we could get. Ben gave us both. Asked for nothing in return. I couldn't exactly call him Dad, so we settled on Uncle Ben. He's been that to me ever since. I miss him already.
Aw. The smile on her face fades as a different memory surfaces.
Aunt Anita's house rules? I'm not sure which is more stupid. The ones at the motel or the ones in the bar.
I think the ones in the bar, honestly.
Goes hand in hand with her strutting around in outfits like she's presiding over some grand court, reminding the rest of us mortals not to bother her.
Still, the hat is awesome.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna miss every one of those ridiculous hats. All the rules. And her, I guess.
The smile returns, but it's different now. Warmer, tinged with something unspoken.
Ah, Travis's cocktails. He makes a mean Nebula nectar. I get wasted on it every Friday night out with the crew.
Guess I know my next order there.
It was a special reserved for Coral Destiny employees. He'd make a whole bowl of it with long straws, chunks of fruit. It was a party in a glass.
Doesn't sound too bad.
I'll miss those nights. Sitting at the bar, talking with him. He can be surprisingly deep when he decides to share.
The silence comes back, but this time it's heavier, like she's weighing something in her mind.
What's your favorite small thing so far? I mean, you've been here for ages, technically, according to what you said.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow. That's the first thing Dr. Fink says to me. Every loop starts with that. Robin's talk with... Honestly? The view from the Cooper Belt bar roof. No. I'm tossing up between Maxine's accent and still with me, Mr. Harrow. That's the first thing. I think it's grown on me by this stage because we've done a lot of dream analysis with Dr. Fink. So, still with me, Mr. Harrow. That's the first thing Dr. Fink says to me. Every loop starts with that.
Not the worst opening in time loop history. Still, I get why it could get tiresome after a while. Oh, I'm definitely gonna miss that.
Maxine's accent.
Yeah, it's one of a kind. Takes a while to get used to, but it grows on you. Feels like she wouldn't be whole without it. Damn, I think I already miss it. With all that, I'd say you're becoming a Rue Valleyan. Slowly, but surely. Just don't say that in front of the case. Some of them, we're all aliens one way or another.
Mime zipping your lips shut. She smiles and nods. In the north, the sky begins to take on the color of fire, slowly but surely, like lava spilling from a freshly erupted volcano.
The rocket launch. The last one I'll ever see. I guess this is it. We won't be seeing each other again.
We will, but it'll feel like we haven't.
Whatever the case, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for keeping me company while I walk through my memories. For what it's worth, I really do hope you're wrong. I sure would hate to stay here after saying goodbye to everything. And almost everyone.
Her brother's Frank, and as we already know from the previous playthroughs, Frank's dead, and he doesn't come back to life each loop. She looks at you, searching for your face for a spark of something that says it's just a joke, or gotcha. Gotcha. Lie to her. You open your mouth to say it, but the world explodes before you can utter the first word. As the familiar ticking of the clock drifts toward you through the haze, a single truth settles in your mind. No one leaves this place. Not the ones who want to, nor the ones who need to. You're all mice, trapped in an ever-spinning wheel, chasing broken dreams and false hopes. Somehow, it hurts even more with Riely by your side, especially knowing you'll see her again, oblivious to it all. Really soon.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes, sorry, I have to go now.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Here it is. Can you prove that you're in time? You managed to get one person to sort of believe you. It doesn't matter in the long run, but it does feel good. This place keeps even the ones determined to leave. And so, yeah. There's one more dream sequence, though, and I don't know where it is. But... actually, let's see if we can...
Out already!
She's still beating the vending machine. Maybe I can help? She looks at you suspiciously.
Sure. Give it a go.
Make her coffee. Put in the
Wow,
sequence,
nice.
And...
I don't know how you figured it out, but... oh, thanks so much.
she takes one long sip from the plastic cup and savors the moment. And we leave. Not that it will matter much. Oh wait, actually. Just because you're watching Tetra, I'll actually get the key card from Robin. Because, you know, you can get the master key card from the top level. Let's see.
The text said it'd be up by noon today, but it's 8 p.m. now.
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
Yes, your colleagues already suggested I reboot the modem. I even tried a backup router.
She says to her conversation partner, clearly annoyed. "I'd like a word with you if it's not a problem," whisper apologetically. She looks at you at
Hey,
first.
listen, I have to go now. So yeah, we'll have to manage without it today. I know, sorry. Bye.
And
Hey, listen, I have to
they
go
need
now.
to fix that bug.
Yeah, we'll have to manage without it today. I know, sorry. Bye.
That's probably more annoying than, "Are you still with me, Mr. Harrow?"
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
Okay, I'm ready to check in.
All right then, let's get you into your room. So, number 6, the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And this is your key card.
Take the key card from her hand and sign the document.
Wow.
She exclaims with a surprise on her face. As your eyes meet, you can closely see that her wish to share the story about electronic locks fades away.
All right. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay, I guess.
Close. Really, I don't think there's much more to add. The only thing left is to try and find Frank. So, just gonna grab Frank's phone, because if I were to try to find Frank now, I may, you know, forget to pick up his phone and just lose it. Continue, pick it up. Fully charged, couldn't ask for more. Frank's phone, you know you can charge it wherever. Okay. So all that's left now is to search. Well, there aren't any other dreams, I don't think. So we just need to search for Frank. He's collapsed somewhere in the desert around some space debris. You have to find him. Okay. Let's see now. He's out there in the desert. next to some kind space-looking thingamajig, part of a rocket or something. How remarkably vague, and yet oddly specific. I have to find him, begin the fast-forward montage, and search everywhere.
Well, there's a whole mess of scrap metal littering in the desert. Dozens, hundreds, pfft, hell if I know.
You know if anyone's been tracking... them?
Ain't no decent or sane soul keeping tabs on that, damn sure. You could ask my deadbeat brother, but I sure as hell wouldn't. Yeah, these days he'd swear the rain's been waiting on him to poke his head out just to spit straight at it.
So now we're gonna go speak to her brother.
Space debris? What do you know about that? They sent you to keep tabs on me, didn't they? Didn't they? You think you're real slick, don't you? But ain't no scrawny-ass poser gonna screw me over.
No, I was just...
Shut the fuck up and stand right there. I'm gonna call Cousin Cody. You got some real explaining to do.
Back off. Now.
No, I was just...
No handouts. You want something? Earn it.
Please?
What did I say? Back off.
Shh. Nothing here, not a damn thing. Or at least nothing discernible. Just empty space. The kind that holds no trace of the one above. Cactus, shrub, rock, rock, cactus, bush, rock. Quite the scenery, huh? Space debris? Not sure what you're getting at, Mr. Harrow. Oh, you mean those Coral Destiny rocket bits. You know, ever since they started raining, standard property insurance turned into everything but standard. Tons of forms, weird clauses, endless back and forth. So yeah, just like that, orbital junk, we just dropped it. But I wouldn't worry about that. It's not like we're in any real danger. I've read online that the chances of a cow taking you out by are way higher than like getting hit by lightning. How cool is that? The driving music is pretty damn good. And also I do like the what is it? I think some of the music when you're thinking is pretty good. This one in particular. Yeah. If you actually had it, your pedometer would probably either blow a fuse or throw in the towel and just lie. Any particular reason for ditching the wheels? Voluntary car sacrifice? Or when everything else fails, follow your feet? If you say so.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes, you have my full attention. Now, I was wondering.
Oh? By all means, ask away.
You've been around these parts quite some time, right?
Mr. Harrow, I'm flattered that you're interested in getting to know more about me, but we are not here to discuss my life. In fact, getting personal may derail our progress. That said, it's completely understandable that you'd need some time to settle in, to adjust to these parts, as you've aptly put it, and to me as well. And we've got a long road ahead of us. All right then, that's it for today.
Indeed.
That space junk? Can't say for sure, buddy, but I reckon the locals are scraping those as soon as they hit the ground.
Hi, Sophie. We're going well. How about you? And apologies, I sometimes don't talk during some of the cutscenes, so it might take me a bit of time to respond. But how have you been?
They probably think it's worth something. Or they just need a convenient tin roof for the chicken coop. Not that I've seen many of those around, to be fair. Now, speaking of things falling from grace, how about one Stargarita?
Sure, why not? Hit me. Back and forth, back and forth. Doesn't matter how far you lean forward, you're still tethered like a swing. All the while, the strained groaning of rope sings a somber lullaby for someone who simply doesn't care to be found. Oh, I'll find him, all right. A bold step towards determination, or a well-disguised dive into denial. Can't really place it. But all right, what then? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully it won't buckle under tension.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Just bury your head in your knees.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Slight lack of motivation. Still digging for answers, or has hope joined the dead? I don't even know anymore. Sitting on a fence, sitting on a grave. Classy.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Lie down on the couch, bury your head in the pillow, and start screaming.
Mr. Harrow!
Loop after loop. And I do like the cutscenes for the descent into madness.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
I think Fink sounds slightly more desperate each time.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
If I say no... Oh no. You've searched Rue Valley high and low, and still nothing. Either he's gone, swallowed by dirt alongside your sanity, or he slipped just beyond reach, caught somewhere between the loop's claws and the edge of escape. Frank's gone. Really gone. All those loops, wasted breath. A scream claws up your throat, but it drowns in a tar pit of hopelessness. Every path leads back here, to this chair, alarm clock, and the doctor's inevitable.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
And that's what I love about... This is just one of the things I like about this part of the game, how it changes from Harrow to Hollow. He's right. The anguish has run its course, leaving you hollow, like a bell, with its tongue torn out, but doomed to swing forever in a soundless void. And why would you fight? The loop grinds hope to dust. Why would you feel it all ends in suffering? Just let the loop win. Let numbness swallow you whole. Surrender. Status gain void of resignation.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
It was all in vain, Mr. Hollow. Limited interactions, seeking nothingness. +2 calculated, +4 introverted, +4 indifferent. He won't leave you alone. Just open your eyes and answer him already. So blocked by void of resignation, try and talk to him like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are. We can't do that, so the only thing we can say is, yes. He gives you a concerned look.
Your affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing.
Oh my. Watch out, he's baiting you back into this horrible, hopeless world.
This level of withdrawal points to either executive or cognitive paralysis.
But you need to forget. To forget about Frank, Judy, and Coral Destiny. To forget you're in a time loop.
Tell me, is your mind blank? Or are thoughts circling without anchor?
It's definitely thoughts circling without anchor. Blank? If only. You'd give anything to lighten consciousness's feverish grip, to embrace the sweet relief of nothingness once more, and be cast this way and that, like a leaf on the wind.
Mr. Harrow, are you present with me? Or are you dissociating?
And you can. You just have to ask him. We are blocked. We can't say snap out of this nauseating apathy at once. With Void of Resignation, the only thing we can say is, sorry, haven't slept in lifetimes.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight...
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Reach for the pill.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription, herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Take the purple pill.
Hopefully, it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Thank you. Get up and leave the room.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Oh, what's this? Search everywhere for Frank. You've spent loops and loops searching for Frank. You've walked every millihan, centifoot, every light nanosecond of Rue Valley that you could reach. But you could find neither his body nor the space debris in question. Hold to give up. Tension failed. Okay, and I think that's that. That's it, your ticket into sweet oblivion. Why not just swallow it right now? It doesn't really matter. Why not force the pill down your throat? Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple capsule find its way into your stomach. Now let's take the key card and get into your bed as soon as possible.
Physical antenna. Yes. What do you mean it's settled? I need the internet. Could you... Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead, we can't... Oh, hold on. I have someone on the other line. Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
She points her eyes towards you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
Well, ignore her. She rolls her eyes as well, then smiles at you as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call and turns to you.
This is your key card.
Just wait for it to be over. Suddenly she curtails her excitement, as if she remembered something.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here, I'll just need your signature.
Sign the document.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Leave.
Give me my coffee, you jerk.
Let's go to the door.
Come on, you thief.
Unlock the door and enter. On the folded sheets lay a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. Put it away. And we are going to probably hit the bed. Sweet nothingness awaits. Crawl onto the bed. Soon, dreamless sleep will extinguish your thoughts. Turn off your phone. Good. Percy won't disturb you. This loop, and now the final step. All you need to do now is let your mind turn off. Close your eyes. Images return, as always, chasing one another, but you know they'll stop soon. And as your thoughts begin to slow down, and as your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you, you feel a dull gratitude for Dr. Fink and his purple pill. Forget. The sound of the loudest thunderclap jerks you out of your slumber. If only I could turn it off. Go back to sleep. Sounds like it's time. Already? Continue. Here we go again.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Yes.
Your affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing.
Sorry, haven't slept in lifetimes.
Is that so? Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
Reach for the pill.
remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Take the purple pill.
Hopefully, it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Thank you. Get up and leave the room.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here.
Purple pill. Force the pill down your throat. Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple pill find its way into your stomach. That's it. All you need to do now is let your mind turn off. Close your eyes. Images return as always, chasing each other in the same tired circles. You count the seconds until they stall. Forget. The sound of the loudest thunderclap jerks you out of your slumber. 8 more minutes. Go back to sleep.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
Reach for the pill.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here.
Forget. The sound of the loudest thunderclap jerks you out of your slumber. Go back to sleep. And now we don't even talk.
Yeah, I don't want a customer satisfaction. Hi, yes, my problem... Again? Rue Valley Motel, Coral Destiny...
20 minutes to get into bed.
I
don't know,
understand, but the text said today. No, I don't need to unplug the modem. Of course, I've rebooted it. I didn't misconfigure the firewall. There's nothing you can do to help me? How about...
The dream just keeps on going.
transfer me to billing? Why would... No, this isn't about payment. Hello?
Frantic sound coming from a century-old clock nudges you out of your routine. The stale air coats your tongue.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
The pre-scripted words to summon the pill await your lips. Just endure the next couple of minutes and you'll be in bed again, numb. But even these minutes grow heavier. You packed consciousness tight into this narrow window, only to compact it into something denser. Now each return from dreamless nothingness strikes like compressed shrapnel, piercing deeper with every loop. Damn it, this is not working!
Mr. Harrow, I am aware of a slight lack of motivation you may be experiencing right now.
You shrank the loop to 4 minutes instead of 47, crammed your world into 3 rooms instead of the entire Rue Valley. By trying to forget it, you've made it tighter and duller. You've made a loop within a loop.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your condition. Perhaps he's right. What if your condition has tricked you? It promised you oblivion, but it only deepened your misery.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence, and try to stay aware of it at all times if possible.
Alright, Doctor. I'll do it. I'll stay aware of my condition at all times. Focus on the void. And just like that, you obey him. Fully. For the first time. You stare into the void. Muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside infiltrates your awareness. Riely Anderson, the old vending machine. You've heard that sound so many times now, but as the loop went by, you almost forgot about it. But that's not the void. Refocus on the void. Suddenly you become aware of a weight shifting in your pocket. Frank's phone. It's that useless loop-resistant brick. And you thought it would be your ticket out of here. Stop. Focus on the void. Right. Stare intensely into the void. I wonder what happens if you don't have the phone. Dr. Fink has been strangely quiet for some time now. Is he waiting for me to say something? Perhaps, but you're doing exactly what he asked you to. Wait, you're doing exactly what he asked you to do. Focusing on... You really can't focus on the void, can you? No. And how could you? One can't see the absence of an image. One can't smell the lack of a scent. Or is nothingness just an illusion? Emptiness but a result of failure to find those little somethings hiding deep inside. Is it possible to find something even inside the most hollow thing only by observing it over and over again until something eventually appears? Staying aware of my condition means noticing everything that survives inside it, despite it.
That's very perceptive, Mr. Harrow.
He seems satisfied, and in one short moment, you feel a strange connection with him, almost as if he finally understood you're trapped in a loop.
And what survives?
He's asking the real question here. Is there anything outside the void? Anything that still makes you glad to be alive? Fixing things.
Yes. Anything else?
Learning new skills.
For sure. What else?
so do Alexander K. Making mistakes.
Why not? And if I may add, getting to know yourself, becoming a better person, and countless other things, small and big, things that make life worth living. Sometimes it takes a lot of effort to do any of these. Sometimes it's even hard to decide which one is worth it. But in the end, it doesn't really matter what you choose. One of my patients enjoys drinking a glass of lukewarm water first thing in the morning. You ask why? I don't know, and it doesn't matter. They somehow started doing it, continued doing it, and with time they learned to enjoy it. But one thing is certain, completely giving up is never worth it, Mr. Harrow.
You may be right. Trying to shut yourself out of this miserable world hasn't made you feel any better. Perhaps you can't escape the loop, but there are things to do, sensations to experience, emotions to feel. It may look pointless, but you have to try. You have to make yourself try. One loop at a time. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, you get to make a decision. Either collect all your strength and give yourself some reason to live through the next 47 minutes, or take the pill again. Hold to commit.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, but I have to go now. Get up and leave the office.
Mr. Harrow, please.
And so the
break
mission
you
is
open if
just
I have to.
walk. Let's leave the car parked at the motel and just walk. North, south, it doesn't matter. Just spend the loop on foot. Besides, you read somewhere it's an instant mood booster.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Let's go for a walk. Alright, you know how this walking thing works, or at the very least, you knew. One foot in front of the other, muscles tight, then again and again. I don't know how I talked myself into this. You never know. Maybe something profound and life-changing will happen on this walk through the desert. Your muscles are already burning with the effort. It seems that lethargy kills more than just the mind. Fucking hell. Walk on. At least the sun is starting to set. You'll be spared the warmth of its life-giving rays. The silence of dusk is pierced by the ringing of your phone. Percy, right on the money. Just walk. Can't. Walking. Reject the call. There's no way you can multitask now. Just setting one foot in front of another requires every crumb of effort that remains. Especially since there's less and less light, and more clouds. You'll have to shamble along in darkness. The first drops of rain remind you that a storm is coming to deliver its downpour of rain. Even the heavens need to piss on me. you'll have to endure. The lightning splits this night sky apart, and a heartbeat later, the thunder rolls. Just keep on walking. 9 more minutes to endure this drudgery. Far to the north, roaring foreshadows the explosion of colors that will tint the sky. The end is nigh. Just walking was hard work, admittedly, but it wasn't utter shit. I did it. Wait. It was a lot of effort for something so small. Trying is half the battle, and the result was far from your worst loop.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Summon the will to live this loop. Nature's sublime drama. Let's leave the car parked and... Wait, no, that can't be right. Just one. So, this is the way normal people live. Not by relying on the loudest thunderclap to get you going. Not by warming yourself using a matchstick until it burns out moments later and leaves you in the cold. Not by waiting for an emotion spark to inspire you and just riding it out for a while. It was all I had for so long. And it worked, long past its time. That's over now. It has come down to your own willpower to push the boulder up the hill. 1 more minute, 1 more hour, 1 more day, reusing the same tired resolve again and again and again. Sure, it's not as exciting, it's not as sexy, it's not the beautiful, terrifying roller coaster through the sky-high mania and the darkest pits of despair that you're so used to. This is quieter, duller, but it's the only renewable fuel for the journey through the confines you are trapped in. And now what? Simple. You just keep pushing, up the hill, forever.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, but I have to go now. Get up and leave the office.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Nature's sublime drama. Every evening unfolds across the sky. Claim your spot at the private lodge, railing on the River Rue Valley road.
If I have to.
And don't miss the opening act, the sunset in Most. Oh. I don't know how. Maybe it might be different if I play differently, because the issue I have, because if you watch the first time I've played this, the first time where I had, before the update, and when my microphone was off, the way this would play out is you would have more inspiration here, and you would just do the normal things, like visit the graveyard, or talk to Robin about comic books, to find reasons to keep on living, till your inspiration was all used up, and you were just left willpower. So it doesn't hit the same that... So you could feel like he was actually putting in the effort.
Give me my coffee. coffee, you jerk!
But I don't know, it feels like almost like a rough jumping.
Spit it out already!
If I'm being honest. To the roadblock.
Come on, you thief!
Because I had a lot of inspiration built up on my first run through. Or reasonable amount, I should say. And so while it took a while, by the end of it, it was meaningful to actually use your willpower and to do something new. Apologies, sir, but judging by your ticket, your seat is in the private lodge. These here are regular balcony seats. Please head over to the railing overlooking the river. You arrived a touch early, an elegant decision. Wait for the show to begin. The sun begins its majestic descent, closing the day's act with dignity before slipping into its hard-earned sleep. It's a sight to behold. Indeed, a weary worker savoring his hard-earned rest, something you've nearly forgotten. The grind has taken its toll on you, sir, in ways you are only now beginning to notice. The overture has painted the scene, its tones preparing you for the unraveling play ahead. The sun is gone. It slips beneath the horizon, leaving dusk in its wake. The river below glimmers with the lost of its light, while shadows swell to take its place. Its performance was top-notch, followed by an amazing outro. Indeed, it leaves behind a fading afterthought, a quiet reflection on what was good in this day, or perhaps in this life. The hills are drenched in a purple haze, dissolving slowly into the night as the minutes slip by. The play moves on. The opening act is done. Now begins the chapter of tension and uncertainty. The tone has been set, and the drama follows in stride. Rain begins to fall, but here it feels different. Not like on the road, not like anywhere else. You see droplets moving in clusters across the distance, while the river below shivers under 1,000 needle pricks. The sky leans down to greet the land, like a mist made of droplets. The mist that hides its secrets, only to lose them in the next breath. You can't help but wonder, what else have you missed by not paying attention? Not just here, but in your own life. At some unseen point, rain and river seem to merge, and a single continuity of water guarded by the silent hills around it. Thunderstrike. The story moves forward, the plot thickens, nature slowly steers it toward the only course that can break the tension. Out of nowhere, lightning bursts, blinding mercilessly. Thunder flows, a roar that rattles the valley and echoes in your bones for a heartbeat. You are in the very eye of the storm. The flash reveals the valley below, lit for only a nick of time, yet long enough to carve strange shapes into the river and hills alike. It turns the valley into a procession of dancers. Long-limbed silhouettes, graceful yet frightening, they twirl in the aftermath, shadows weaving a choreography only storms can compose. The crescendo comes and goes in an instant, leaving only the echo churning in your gut. The rain is gone, the sky is clear, moonlight spills over the valley, painting the land in silver. Calm reigns here, almost serene, as if all the drama has resolved, leaving only the promise of closure. It seems the calm comes after the storm, not just before it. True, but it's always the storm that stays in memory, not the calm that brackets it. As the fiery epilogue sweeps from the north on a collision course, you reflect on the performance you've just witnessed. It was worth it. Curtain falls, fire and thunder, final blaze across the horizon, will last only for a moment longer. I thought that's when... Isn't that when the railing breaks? Or have I forgotten?
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Continue. New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live?
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Pleasure Drive South. Oh, it's just a rehash of everything else. Yes, sorry, but I have to go now. Get up and leave the office.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Okay, no,
I'll
man.
break you open if I have to.
Pleasure Drive. Let's go for a drive. Car glides down a familiar road. Every bump, every curve, known to you. You pass by Max Gas. Maxine's inside, as always. The sun is setting. It'll be dark soon. Graveyard slides by on the right. Pleasure Drive. Keep driving. Percy, no doubt. No, I want to focus on driving. Reject the call. At last the sun dips below the horizon. Clouds gather like a flock of sheep, drifting in the pen of twilight. Rain is only the intro. Thunder is the main course. It doesn't matter. There's nowhere to rush. Just keep driving. A little more focused. That's enough. rain begins, first scatter drops, then a gathering horde, until the shower thickens and the windshield becomes its canvas. Like driving through a never-ending car wash. Jolts you, but only faintly. You can always predict the second it arrives by now. It arrives by now. Need to work on how I pronounce this. In the rearview mirror, the sky begins to turn red and yellow. Almost time. Strange, you realize you've never done this before. Always moving towards something, always with a goal in mind. Never simply going nowhere. Nowhere turns to somewhere eventually. Maybe. Or maybe nowhere is exactly where you've always been headed.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Summon the will to live this loop. Yeah, no, well, I made that mistake in the first time round. It hits a little differently. Maybe because it's
Mr.
my
Harrow,
second time.
Can you hear me?
Maybe because it's the second time I'm seeing all this. But there was something about there being the inspiration sparks slowly decreasing as we were going through the missions. And then eventually you run out, but no well. Nature Sublime drop. We're doing that again? Yes, sorry, but I have to go now. Get up and leave the office.
Mr. Harrow, please.
So we're going to the railing then? To the roadblock. Wait for the show to begin. The sun begins its majestic descent, closing the day's act with dignity before slipping into its hard-earned sleep. Nothing wrong with rewatching your favorite show. Oh. They need to... No, it doesn't hit the same. I guess that would be my one criticism. Like, I loved that they added the new dreams and even Riley's bit to the game, but the first time I played it without the dreams, yeah, and I know that we fall, but without the dreams, and when it was just and I still had my inspiration, and the fact that the game slowly wore your inspiration down, and it wore down by doing things to feel alive. That was, I don't know, I think that was a strong point of how they ended it. And so it just doesn't feel the same. I don't know. You're breathing. That's a start. Pain is coursing through your whole body. It's not like the pain of dying, but it hurts like you've been squished by a hydraulic press. Can you move? Wiggle your arms and legs very carefully. Every muscle, tendon, and bone moves as they should. Though you fell from a cliff, somehow you're not hurt. Yes, your body hurts like you've been tenderized for deep frying, but you're whole. Fresh bruises and skin-deep nicks. There doesn't seem to be any permanent damage, but pain pulses through you with every breath. That sunset landslide was worth it, though. Get up slowly. As the shock passes away, a realization slowly dawns on you. You were so certain that you had explored every millimeter of Rue Valley reachable to you within the loop. Well, you were wrong. A mark of progress comes with the logo, too. Looks like a line between healthy plants and those high on sludge. What's that? It's hard to imagine anyone, let alone a child, coming near this water to launch a paper boat. And yet, there it is, a small testament to bravery or foolishness, drifting into the unknown. And of course, the pickup truck. You would recognize this pickup anytime, anywhere, even if it was lined up with a million other trucks. It's Frank's car. Still, in addition to the obvious fall damage, it's not exactly the way you remember it. The river deposited so much silt glistening with oily rainbows, and the winds have blown so much sand, it's as if the car has been here for a week at least. Check if the rear spotlight is still broken. It is, but so is literally everything else on this vehicle. Doesn't mean jack shit. So, if Frank's phone is not affected by the loop, maybe his car is the same? That would explain the accumulated dirt. Observe the car as a whole. Wrecked like a giant child decided to vent their tantrum on it, rather. Move the branch and enter. The pickup's cabin is a mixture of wind-blown dirt and years of its owner's negligence. The ashtray is chock full, so much so that Frank started killing cigarette butts in the cup holders. A whole bunch of sprays, half-used, duct tape rolls, and tools litter the place. Things you don't even know the names of, let alone their purpose. What's in the... And I think we're repeating the parts from the previous game now. So I might not put... Well, we'll see how we go. But it's just a refresher of what happened. So what's in the glove compartment? One heavy-duty work glove covered in oil and grease. But behind it is a purple business card with gold-colored letters etched into it. Madame Lorraine's Infinite Seance, every Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m., only on Bell Radio. And on the other side, esoteric dream analysis and fate divination. Call that number. Seems like Dr. Fink is not the only one with the dream interpretation superpower. Well, some healthy competition is always welcome. Wait, how can anyone trust fortune tellers in this day and age? The world has changed, But the fact that the naive, the despondent, and the sick will always clutch at straws hasn't. Now, whether that straw is a medium, or a psychotherapist, or a shaman, that's a matter of personal preference. Let's see if there's anything in the sun visor. An unexpected photograph falls on your lap. It's Frank and Riely hugging in front of the Rue Valley motel. You barely recognize everything, it's like you peered into an alternative reality. Check under the seat. There's only a crumpled, soft package of Desperado gold cigarettes. Look at the bobblehead on the dashboard. In this dim light, you need to squint your eyes to focus on the figurine, a person wearing one of those Coral Destiny spacesuits. There's a small plaque at the bottom. First Commander Judith Resnick, it says. Nudge the bobblehead. It sways, once, twice, and then it falls down, instantly lost in the cocktail of dirt, sand, and cigarette ash. It's like the relentless sun melted the adhesive away. All of a sudden the sky ambushes you. Streaks of amber and red start to twirl, and you know it's time for the reset. Your hopes of actually finding anything useful are crushed, like a brainless bug under the headless heel. Oh well. But wait, what the hell is that? Frank's corpse, and to think you'd look everywhere for it, only to find it here by pure chance. And for it to be snatched away by the loop, first a slap, then a spit in the face. Because how the hell do you plan on getting down here again without risking death? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Cognitive snap. In a world without surprises, this one hits you like a wake-up call. Can't believe, +2 sensitive. Some sights are not meant for human eyes, and that was one of them. It was like the whole wide world is just a recording, and it was just rewound back to the beginning. That was awesome. Like a hallucinogenic trip, but without any of the nasty side effects. You can try and wrap your mind all you want around this experience, but it will only shatter your brain. Better not to think too much about it. One thing is certain, you have unwittingly given yourself a fresh start. Maybe even a chance to get out of this prison. I have to try. Move the branch and exit the pickup. Once Frank's physical body, now an empty husk. Rot or Bex got his eyes. Oh wait, no, Rot or Beaks. I was saying it right. Rot or Beaks got the eyes, so the stare turned towards the heavens. So the I've butchered that. Okay, let me go. Once Frank's physical body, now an empty husk. Rot or beaks caught the eyes, so the stare turned towards the heavens is vacant. Instead of bloating, his skin has dried up and shriveled, giving Frank a perpetual grin of nicotine-stained teeth. There's no stench of death and decay. Maybe the overwhelming odor of mixed metals and acid coming from the river is the reason for Frank's, desiccation. Was it really worth dying for Judy's message, Frank? You ask yourself. You might or might not have died chasing the same thing. Besides, it's not like you can really ask Frank. So are you going to just leave him rotting away like this? Even if I did, the loop would probably just vomit the corpse straight out. A decent hypothesis, seeing how Frank's body is rotting away, though you can't really be sure what exactly would happen. There are so many reasons against burying Frank, and only one for. But maybe just a short speech, something that would commemorate Frank's life and death? That I can do. You know how this goes. We're gathered here today to say farewell to this man who journeys through death. Wait, are you speaking about him or yourself? What comes next? You did write several articles about structuring a eulogy, along with examples. Ah, yes. Here lies Frank Anderson. A man who was led into death by love. At least he died as he lived. Next on the list, the deceased will be remembered for... all of his texts and messages I've read. Exactly why you know him so well, or... wait, exactly why you know him so well, or you think you do. In the end, you might want to add... Goodbye, Frank. If the plants remain standing upright, as if defying the obvious, this river isn't just lifeless, it kills life. It tried to survive against the odds. And this is the result, a monument to instinct, and to the unfortunate fact that plants don't have legs. Yet. Oh my. You're no spaceflight expert, but this looks like a piece of a rocket. Whether the launch was a success or not, you can't say. Maybe it was just a test. An expensive firework, you might say. Rue Valley, your new godforsaken home. It seems like you're stuck here. Might as well make use of your time here. Means... perhaps there's even a completely new location north that you couldn't have reached. Wait. Memory. You are now starting your loops from Frank's pickup truck, instead of from Dr. Fink's office. This means you can now arrive at some locations much earlier than was previously possible. It might be worth visiting them as early as you can. Perhaps there's even a completely new location to the north that you couldn't have reached in time from the motel. You just need to get to your fancy sports car and investigate. This loop, you've chosen something else. This was a loop well spent. So, do I end it here? You know what? I think I will end it here. Save. Just do... well, actually. Alt, Dream, 4. Just to be beyond the safe. How many loops do we have? Load. 65. Gotcha. Well then, I think now's as good a time to end it. Excuse me. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. I think I am going to take a rest tomorrow, and then Hades will probably be sometime in the afternoon. It will be sometime... probably leaning towards a 2 o'clock or a 3 o'clock start. Not too sure, but we'll give it a go. And then rest, and then, I don't know, Friday evening we might do talk about trailers and some games, and I might just try and give a summary of all the cool stuff that I may have mentioned in my chats. But yeah. Finally, played through some of the new content, and we'll see where that leads us, because they've added 2 endings to Rue Valley, and I am curious to see where they all go. But, till then, I've been Karis Fives, and I hope wherever you are, you have a good day, a good night, a good whatever, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me on the stream, and if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VODs. I don't want this to become a bumper sticker, but as always, I appreciate it when you guys watch, give me a watch. And until next time, I'll catch you all later. Bye bye now.